I've been getting a lot of questions about pliers and what should you go buy, what should you get. Well, if you're just starting out and you've bought your tool kit or you bought a little socket set, if you buy one of those master mechanic sets, it usually comes with a set of needle noses and a set of regular old two size pliers, plain pliers, hardware store pliers. I forget the actual name of them. But what I would recommend, now mine that I use all the time are spread out over several iterations of me buying tools. In the beginning, I bought one set of channel lock pliers, and it came with this set of channel locks, which the handles have come off of or been worn off of, this pair of needle noses, and this pair of linesman pliers. And these have been in so much stuff, they've managed to change color over the years. These have been in cleaner environments most of the time, although they are starting to get abraded and starting to show their age, and I may buy some of that dip stuff and rehandle them. But this is my original set of pliers. This is your basics, just getting started, channel locks, needle noses, linesman pliers. Add to that a good set of locking pliers, such as this old set of ice grips right here that I've also had forever and use all the time, and it shows. Plus, they spent about a year living under one of my trucks when we broke a ground wire, lost the trailer lights. I put this under there to put the ground wire back and forgot about them for about a year and a half, and they went through 2 winters under the truck, and it took the chrome off. So that was my fault, but they've been a very good set of pliers. They still work great. They're just not as pretty as they used to be. This right here will do pretty much everything you need to do. Now, as with everything else, as you gain experience and you use your tools and things come along and you see things, I upgraded to these about 15 years ago, maybe 20 years ago. Now, this is a set of Craftsman 90 degree. These were, I think, listed as some kind of pump pliers. That 90-degree angle just opens up a whole nother level of uses. These will do most everything the regular channel locks will do, plus you get to 90 degrees. You put the 2 of them together and keep them with you, you can cover pretty much every basic plier application you need to cover. It's always handy to have a second set of needle noses. This is a set that was given to me. I've already managed to bend the tip of them because these were not hardened. But they still have their purposes. They still have their little side cutter. And they're good for doing copper wire, that sort of thing. I was trying to bend a piece of thin steel when I bent the end. They really weren't for that. But once again, we were out in the field, needed to get the job done. And I did what I had to do to make it work. And a smaller set of locking pliers for pinching off brake lines, that sort of thing. Brake hoses when you're changing calipers, or if you need to pinch a water line while you change out a fitting. That sort of thing. It's nice to have these. Plus, with 2 of them together, if you happen to do any metal work and you're caught in a pinch, you got 2 ways to clamp. You can clamp to the edge of the table, plate in the back of the truck, whatever you can get your hands on, you got them. So, that's all the pliers I keep in my box. In my portable box, I should say. I mean, I've got other pliers. I've got some special application pliers. I didn't bring any of them in here for this. But that's my basic. If I was to pull the plier drawer open on my portable box, this is what you would see. And then, of course, there's a set of crimps in there, a set of wire strippers, some side cutters, and a set of end cutters. And a regular pair of those old hardware store pliers that I hardly ever use. So, oh, and a set of hog ring pliers for doing upholstery work. I forgot I got a set of those too. I don't use them very often, but when you need them, you need them. So there you go. That's enough pliers to pretty much do any job you need to do. And as you do more things, these are like clamps and vices. You know, if you got one vise, at some point you'll get to where having a vise on each end of the bench in case you got something long you want to deal with, it's good to have, or a vise next to where you do your metal work so you don't have to walk across the shop if you're fortunate enough to have enough room to spread out a little bit. You'll add to your kit as you go. Every plier you put in there, you will find a use that particular one works a little better for the way you work, just like screwdrivers. Some people like certain length screwdrivers. Some people like this length, some people like this length, some people like really long ones. Then occasionally you need something really short. So there you go. Basic opinion on the pliers to keep in your box. Hope you found this interesting, entertaining, and informational. Until next time, don't forget to practice your skills or learn a new one. Either way, turn them into craftsmanship. You never know how far they'll take you. Thanks for watching. This has been Fab Race Mod Repeat. Have a great day.